Energy level 250, neutrality. Energy becomes very positive as we get into the level that we termed neutral, because it is emphasized by release from the positionally that specifies lower levels below 250. Consciousness tends to see dichotomies and to take on rigid positions and impediment in a world that is complex and multifactorial rather than black and white. Taking such position creates polarization, and polarization in turn creates opposition and division. As in the martial arts, a rigid position becomes a point of vulnerability. That which does not bend is liable to break. Rising above barriers or oppositions that dissipate one's energies, the neutral condition allows for flexibility and non-judgmental, realistic appraisal of problems. To be neutral means to be relatively unattached to outcomes. Not getting one's way is no longer experienced as defeating, frightening, or frustrating. At the neutral level, a person can say, well, if I don't get this job, then I'll get another. This is the beginning of inner confidence, sensing one's power. One is therefore not easily intimidated. One is not driven to prove anything. The exception that life, with its ups and downs, will be basically okay if one can roll with the punches, is typically a level 250 attitude. People of neutrality have a sense of well-being. The mark of this level is a confident capability to live in the world. This is therefore exponentially a level of safety. People at this level are easy to get along with, safe to be around and associate with, because they are not interested in conflict, competition, or guilt. They are comfortable and basically undisturbed emotionally. This attitude is non-judgmental and does not lead to any need to control other people's behaviors. Correspondingly, because neutral people value freedom, they are hard to control. Energy level 310 willingness. This very positive level of energy may be seen as the gateway to the higher levels. Whereas, for instance, jobs are done adequately at the neutral level, at the level of willingness, work is done well, and success in all endeavors is common. Growth is rapid. These are people chosen for advancement. Willingness implies that one has overcome inner resistance to life and is committed to participation. Below the 200 calibration level, people tend to be closed-minded. By level 310, a great opening occurs. At this level, people become genuinely friendly and social, and economic success seem to follow them automatically. The willing are not really troubled by unemployment, for they will take any job when they have to, or create a career or self-employment for themselves. They do not feel demeaned by service jobs or by starting at the bottom. They are neutrally helpful to others and contribute to the good of society. They are also willing to face the inner issues and do not have major learning blocks. At this level, self-esteem is innately high and is reinforced by positive feedback from society in the forms of recognition, appreciation, and reward. Willingness is sympathetic and responsive to the needs of others. Willing people are builders of and contributors to society. With their capacity to bounce back from adversity and to learn from experience, they tend to become self-correcting. Having let go of pride, they are willing to look at their own defects and learn from others. At the level of willingness, people become excellent students. They are easily teachable and represent a considerable source of power for society. Energy level 350, acceptance. At this level of awareness, a major transformation takes place, with the understanding that one that one is oneself, the source and creator of the experience of one's life. Taking such responsibility is distinctive of this degree of evolution, characterized by the capacity to live harmoniously with the forces of life. All people at levels below 200 tend to be powerless and see themselves as victims, at the mercy of life. This stems from belief that the source of one's happiness or the cause of one's problems is out there. An enormous jump, taking back one's power, is completed at this level, with the realization that the source of happiness is within oneself. At this more evolved stage, nothing so-called out there has the capacity to make one happy. And love is not something that is given or taken away by another, but is created from within. Acceptance is not to be confused with passivity, which is a symptom of apathy. This form of acceptance allows engagement in life on life's own terms, without trying to make it conform to an agenda. With acceptance, there is emotional calm and perception is widened as detail is transcended. One now sees things without distortion or misinterpretation. The context of experience is expanded so that one is capable of seeing the whole picture. Acceptance has to do essentially with balance, proportion, and appropriateness. The individual at the level of acceptance is not interested in determining right or wrong, but instead in deciding to resolve issues and finding out what to do about problems. Tough jobs do not cause discomfort or dismay. Long-term goals take precedence over short-term ones. Self-discipline and mastery are prominent. At this level of acceptance, we are not polarized by conflict or opposition. We see what other people have the same rights as we do, and we honor equality. While lower levels are characterized by rigidity, at this level, social polarity begins to emerge as a form of resolution of problems. Therefore, this level is free of discrimination or intolerance. There's awareness that equality does not preclude diversity. Acceptance includes rather than rejects. Deep.